longer and stronger nails and all of these different things. It's just like, it's amazing what 14 days will do in a lifetime of feeling crappy. And then after 14 days, you're feeling great. Like, oh, come on. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I just completed a 14-day reset yesterday. And I wanted to share with you my experience, basically give you the nitty gritty as to what it was. And if you want to do it with me next month, we're doing it again. So what the 14-day reset basically entails is eating clean by way of whatever eating plan you'd like. We follow paleo autoimmune protocol in this house. So I do have food lists, recipes, all those different kinds of things. So from an autoimmune and inflammation standpoint, that's where we lie. But you could choose to do keto, you could do paleo, GAPS, intermittent fasting. There's all sorts of different types of eating plans that you could pick from. So that's the first thing. Drinking a certain amount of water, which gosh, I do not drink enough water during my day. And I've realized this. And I notice it if I don't drink enough water, that at the end of the day, I get kind of, I don't want to say bloated, but like I feel like like my body's trying to hold on to water, so I get a little poofy at the end of the day. Does that make sense? So when I'm drinking enough water, I don't, and that's what I realized. My body wants more water, so I'm going to work on that. Also drinking a high antioxidant wolfberry puree. This is a very good immune system supporting supplement. It nourishes the body from the inside out, and it's just a really good inflammation lowering, energy sustaining supplement. So incorporating that, and then also exercising in whatever shape or form you like for 30 minutes a day. And that's kind of the nitty gritty of what it is. The reason that I was hesitant about doing it is a lot of people wanted to do this for weight loss. And that wasn't an area that I felt like I needed to focus on in my body. I feel like for my size and my shape and my whatever, that I'm at a pretty good weight, and I have been at a pretty good weight for a while. But I was like, well, heck, if I lose a couple pounds, that'd be great. I don't own a scale, so I don't know if I actually lost weight. If I were to guess, I probably did. I know that there were people that were doing weigh-ins and various things, keeping track of it that way. On average, people lose 6.5 pounds. The only way of kind of measuring that is I had a tape measure, and I did lose 1.5 inches off of my waist in 2 weeks, which feels like a lot, I think. I noticed that my brain fog reduced dramatically. I noticed that my mood was a lot more stable, as was my energy levels. I typically would hit this mid-afternoon, late afternoon kind of slump and just like want to be done. And of course, that's when I start teaching my music lessons. That's always fun. I gotta put on the happy teacher face, all the things. Prior to this, hard to do for me. And I noticed that my energy was just sustained and like ongoing, Energizer bunny. And when bedtime came, I was ready for bed, and I slept actually a lot better over the last couple of weeks as well. So while my results are not physically outward as much as somebody else's might be, my internal results I am very happy with. And this is making me want to do the reset again in February when the next round comes around. I do have some before and after photos, so I'm gonna bring those up here. I'm gonna scoot over this way so you can see them right here. The photo on the left, if I'm not thinking of a mirror image of this, I think that's right. The image on the left is the before, and then the image on the right is yesterday. So as you can see in this photo, physically, I look very similar. But if you notice my chin, okay, here, in the photo on the left, I have a little bit of a pooch, kind of, not like a double chin, but like a little bit. So you can see that's kind of smoothed itself out. I notice in my stomach is a little bit flatter. And I also notice more definition in my shoulders. And I wasn't doing any crazy kind of exercises. I was just doing like walk away the pounds and like arm bands and things like that. It wasn't anything fancy. This photo here, the photo on the left is 2 weeks ago. Photo on the right is yesterday. And my eyes especially look different here. I have way more, not dark circles, but like puffiness under my eyes, I guess. I don't know, is that inflammation or water weight, or I don't know what that is. But I was holding on to something underneath my eyes. And then I also noticed that my stomach in the left photo is a little bit rounder, I suppose, than the photo on the right. And again, the physical aspect, it's not dramatic for me, right? It's more about how I felt on the inside, which means way more to me than the optics on the outside. I am very pleased with how the reset actually went. There's a Facebook group of people who all did it together. It's grown to like almost 12,000 people, which is crazy. Now, of course, it's not like chaos in there or anything like that. It's just a lot of people are all doing it together at the same time. So there is so much support and camaraderie. And this, to me, is such a gentle way to get into healthier lifestyle habits, especially since we just are, right in the middle of the sugar season. We starts at Halloween and then it's just all downhill from there. So this switch, I noticed that a lot of people said that their cravings for sweets and treats and various things dramatically decreased, and they actually started craving healthy food, which I totally understand, because since we've been eating the paleo autoimmune protocol way, really with reintroduction, so basically paleo, we've been eating paleo since 2016. I do not crave anything like I used to. I used to love going to the vending machine at work and getting a Snickers bar out of there as like a treat. I used to love having ice cream after dinner for many, many years. All these various types of things I don't even see as food now. It's a very strange thing. But I noticed when we first started eating autoimmune protocol, it was right at that 15th day that my husband, who was addicted to all things like dairy, cream cheese, sour cream, treats, ice cream, all these different things, and cakes and cookies and all of that stuff. It was day 15 of being AIP, or eating autoimmune protocol, that my husband started noticing autoimmune symptoms reducing dramatically and not craving the foods that he had been craving for 30 years. Maybe not quite that long, but pretty close to that. I noticed that in myself as well. And so there's something about this 14 days concept. I know they say 21 days creates a new habit. In my opinion, when it comes to food, 14 days is a good amount of time to instill, if nothing else, like, maybe I'll eat an apple instead of a cookie. Like, you start getting those impulses at that 14, 15 day mark. So I love that it's a 14-day reset. It's very easy, very attainable to do. I feel physically inside so much better than I did 16 days ago. If you're in my essential oil community on Facebook, you've already heard me talk about this. If you follow me on Instagram, you've heard me talk about this as well. The biggest thing of all the different things I noticed was the energy level throughout the day. I had been, over the last 5 years, really struggling in the mental and the energy department. And so being able to actually feel like how I kind of used to in college, maybe high school, I don't know, to where I could just go get in the car and do what I need to do and be fine and come home and be regulated and all these different things. I am shouting that from the rooftops because I have been missing that piece of my overall health and well-being for a long time. So I love that that was pretty much my main thing, and I wanted to get out of it, and I did. Also, I noticed that there was a number of nights where I was sleeping noticeably through the night, but one night in particular, I fell asleep at 10:30, I woke up at 6:30, and I don't think I really rolled around hardly at all during the night. I was like, man, I have not slept this deeply in years. I don't know, a very, very long time. So that was something else that was very positive for me. My husband started incorporating more of the puree into his day like I was, and I asked him, I said, how are you feeling? And he said, I feel like I have more energy when I do that. And we hadn't really talked about it. And so he already does all the other lifestyle things anyway. He drinks enough water. He's physically active much of the day. And so, he wasn't doing the reset, but since he saw me drinking more of it, he wanted to drink more of it too. And he did. He also felt a lot better, a lot more energetic, and all of those different things. So that was a positive thing that we hadn't even talked about. And he was like feeling the same way I was, which is really cool. There's so many testimonials that I could share with you of people who have lost a lot of weight. Some people have done the reset multiple times. And I know there is one lady in particular, she's lost, she doesn't say lost it. She released over 100 pounds. She has 130 left. And I have never seen her look more energetic in my time of knowing her, which is amazing. And she had been in a wheelchair, on oxygen, all of these different things. And she was up and around and doing stairs. She's not the only one. There's just countless people who have had really dramatic changes. I asked in my own essential oil group that were doing the reset with me how they were feeling as well. And there were responses from everything from energy to clothes fitting better, longer and stronger nails, and all of these different things. It's just like, it's amazing what 14 days will do in a lifetime of feeling crappy. And then after 14 days, you're feeling great. Like, oh, come on. If you want to join us on the reset, starts February the 12th. There is a link in the description bar below that gets you to the box of the wolfberry puree. If you've never ordered from, this is a company called Young Living that I use, and I love their essential oils and their thieves cleaner. It's so good. If you've never ordered from them before, enter the code SHAREYL before the end of the day on January 31st, and you're going to get 20% off. That coupon will still be available and active after January 31st, but it will drop down to 10% instead of 20%. So get as much of a coupon as you possibly can get. And one other thing that you will also get, if you choose add to loyalty instead of add to cart for your checkout process, you're also gonna get a $25 rebate back from me to you that you can either get as a Venmo, a Young Living product credit. I could even do an Amazon gift card. I could do PayPal as well, whatever's easiest for you. So that's gonna be an extra rebate if you choose add to loyalty. Doesn't mean you have to order anything next month if you don't want to. You can just go in later, wait till your box comes, and then just hit the cancel button on your loyalty order next month. If you want to order next month, I can help you get some essential oils, thieves cleaner, various things, and you'll also get a free diffuser if you do choose to order through loyalty next month, but it's completely 150 million% optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's good to give you the option. Next month, you have the option of being able to get that through your loyalty order, but you can cancel it anytime if you want. All right, my friends, that is my results from the 14-day reset. I'm doing it again because it was so good. I hope that you will join me. And if you have any questions about it, please don't hesitate to ask anything in the comments section below. I'm happy to answer any questions that I can for you. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you at the reset. Ciao.